Hello, World Tank Blitzers. It's Littlefinger. It's Friday, December 15th, and that means time for a store review. Of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Before we jump into the store, though, since we are in the middle of the auction season, I wanted to go ahead and just do a quick update on the auction because they're doing it differently this year. Instead of dropping tanks 1 week increments apart, they're dropping 2 tanks a day. So wanted to go ahead and talk about the remaining tanks and the new tanks that I missed on my auction update. So T26E5, kind of a heavy American tier 8 tank. 2,300 left, still at 5,500 gold. Not a bad price for this tank, but if you can hold out and get this for 4,000, I think you're going to be happy with the tank that you end up for that type of price. TL7-120, heavy tank tier 9. Very small in stature, but doing about 400 average damage on it. 2,200 still left at 9,500 gold. I still think the price is a bit high for this tank, so certainly wait that one out if you can. The M60, 1,600 of them left at 12,250. I think the price is high. I think the price is still high at 11,500. So I'm not recommending purchasing this unless you can get this down to 10,000 or thereabouts. The SU-130, I'm seeing a lot of these sell pretty quickly, so I don't know if it's going to make it to the 4,500. I don't think 5,500 gold for this Soviet tank destroyer with a limited turret traverse is going to make the 4,500, but I don't think 5,500 is a bad price. I don't think you're going to be upset with the tank if you buy it there. So you can see, we can see them dropping pretty quickly. The E75TS, 2,700 of them left, tier 8 heavy German tank. I don't like it. I wouldn't recommend it at 4,250. Does not fit my playing style. But if you like the slower heavy tanks, you know, at tier 8 for 4,250, certainly think that this one will get to the 3,500 price point. Bizante C45 featured this one quite a bit on channel with the Ace Mastery and the full tank review. Check those out if you want. There's only 600 of them left. It's going pretty quick at 7,000, and I spent 85 for it. 85 was way too much. 7,000 kind of on the fence. I don't think it's going to get to 6,500, guys. So haven't seen this one for sale too much. T45, 85, I believe, is tier 7 medium tank, 3,750. You know, I don't think it's a great tank. You can see it's not selling well. Don't think it's even worth 3,500, to be honest, based upon everything else that you can get in that kind of play range tier 7. So hold off on that. The Skoda T27, I do like this tank a good bit. $6,500, not a horrible price, but I think you're going to be much happier if you can wait this one out to the 5,500 price point. And then we've got the T54E2, also known as the Shark, the American heavy tank. Just an all-around very versatile tank in the game right now. I think this one will make it to the 7,000 price point, at which point it's okay to purchase this. Not a great deal there, but I would certainly wait on that. Now, getting into the Turtle. Only 760 of them left as of right now. 4,000 gold. It's not a horrible price for this tank, and it doesn't look like it's going to be getting any lower. If I were to compare it here to the Kanonen, with 1,300 left at 4,500, I'd rather spend the 500 extra gold and get the Kanonen. You get a much more versatile tank, much more mobile. You know, hard to say the gun accuracy is probably a little bit better on the Kanonen. Definitely less armor, but you can do more with it in the battle. But for 4,000 for a tier 8 heavy tank, you can't go wrong with either one of these. So that is it for right now. As you can see, we've got 21 hours until we get the next 2 tanks. So let's get back, if I can, here to the game. There we go, and let's jump into the store and do a quick update. So it's changed since I was last here. So we've got way more mystery boxes here. Not a huge fan of these. The only reason I would purchase them, I think, is if you are looking to get these, whatever they call them, shards for the seasonal tank. I was expecting here to see the gold boxes pop up first because that's what I saw last time I was in the store. But anyway, fill these gold boxes. Not sure if it's done here by wins. Damage, deal damage and fill up the boxes. So 50,000 gold there for 60 bucks puts you at 833 gold per dollar. So it's going to be the best gold deal in the store right now. And typically the way the gold boxes work here is the more you buy, the better the deal is. 714 gold here for the 20,000 bundle. Works out to be 625 gold per dollar for, and it's moving on me, the 7,500, and works out to be 600 gold per dollar for the $1,500 one. So yeah, let's see what else they've changed in the store. The Object 777 lockbox is still around here. I actually was fortunate enough to get this out of the tank and out of the crate, but I haven't even played it yet. So you'll have to excuse me for skipping on over that. Not a big fan of the lockboxes in general. Let's talk about the tanks when we get to that section, and why are there so many mystery containers? Oh my gosh. All right, Titan, yeah, that's still there. Okay, so let's scroll on down here. We'll skip through the resources, not very much beneficial there. All right, so now we're in the tank section. All right, guys, so the SU-85 for 2,000 gold. Unless you're playing tier 5 regularly, I don't recommend this. It's a mediocre tank at best. It does get you the 14 days of premium time, and that's about it. The snowstorm here in this huge bundle. Let's take a look. You're going to get 30 days of premium time. The 5Xs are specific for that tank, so that's a little bit of a... Got my dog down here. Trying to get some attention. I do like this tank. It's got some good mobility. Good, not great mobility. It's got decent mobility for being such a heavily armored tank. And you can see here it's got almost 3,000 damage per minute. So at tier 8, it's a very strong tank. 10,000 gold, though, I think that's a little bit high for this tank. So not going to recommend it for 10,000 gold. You know, if you could get that for 7 or 8, yeah, sure. But 10,000 is a little bit steep at the moment. Only 4 days left on the AMX and the ISU bundle here for 11.5. Prices just seem pretty high right now, guys. And this is why I haven't done too many store reviews. Just hasn't been great selection of tanks. But anyway, the AMX, the French heavy tank here, you know, you put this one in someone's face and you've got some pretty good frontal armor. But once you get onto the sides, not so much to speak about. Wanted to just see 2,300 damage per minute. Average shot is 310, 10 degrees of gun depression. Yeah, I wanted to see the gun depression. I thought the gun depression on this was pretty good. So it does make this kind of a tank that you can use in town or in hills, just because of its extra armor. Just be careful that you don't over rotate this tank and show those sides. 7,500 is just an okay price for a tier 8 tank at the moment. The ISU is a tier 7 tank destroyer. I enjoy this tank. It's got some good mobility. The gun can be a little bit trolly at times. 0.322 on the dispersion there, 4.4 on the aiming time. But here you got 43 kilometers per hour. So that's top speed. So it does get around quite nicely in that regard. As a bundle, you know, if you're looking for these type of tanks, yeah, sure. Otherwise, I would probably pass. And another bundle that I would pass, primarily because the VK16801 here is very similar to the VK100. And again, it's a play style that I really do not like. You've got this huge tank which is difficult to hide. Yeah, it does have some good armor, but obviously this is going to be one of your weak spots. If you can hide that, you can't hide the top of the tank either, and this is another huge weak spot for this tank. So throw in the fact that it's slow, it doesn't have great gun dispersion. As you can see here, 0.355 and a 4.5 second aiming time. It's just not a fun tank in my opinion. So what the heck? So, you know, it is only 5,000 gold, which is a good price for a tier 8. So take that as you will. The Panther on its own is not a bad tank. You've got a very high damage per minute, 2243, not very high, but a very good damage per minute. And it's got 8 degrees of gun depression, 55 kilometers per hour as its top speed. It is not a bad tank overall once you learn how to play it well and get those angles so you can, you know, it's got a very narrow turret. But anyway, guys, you know, it's just, this is why I haven't done too many tank reviews or store reviews. There's just not a lot in the store right now. So be that as it may, you know, we've got the auction. Sit on it and find some tanks you like there. There's some good variety. And of course, guys, have fun out there. Stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe. Get educated. Littlefinger out.